Thank you. This is one of the first times that I've gotten up and spoken about being an entrepreneur, so thank you for your grace and your patience with me today. Entrepreneurship, the owning of your own business. For women, this is a fairly new concept. America did not have a female CEO until 1889. It's been less than 130 years since Anna Bissell took the reins of her husband's company and thrust it into an international household name. It would be another 20 years before we would see a female self-made millionaire. Madam C.J. Walker developed her own line of hair care products and sold them door to door, training other women to be salespersons as well. These are inspiring stories, and they're rare. Prior to World War II, women working outside of the home was an anomaly. There was not many opportunities for them to do it in a respectable setting, and there were very few jobs available to them. But I have to say, ladies, we have come a long way. In America today, 11.6 million businesses are owned by women. The first female entrepreneurs that I ever knew were my mother and my grandmother. They set a magnificent example for me, owning and operating a bar, a pizza parlor, and a board and care facility. From a very young age, I knew the value of the hustle and hard work, the value of controlling your own career and financial standing. The control is oftentimes why women become entrepreneurs. It is through financial need, the need for mental stimulation, or the desire to work outside of the home. There are many ways that you can control your financial destiny. You could be born rich, you could win the lottery, or you can take the bull by the horns and set your own course. What are you good at? Are you a photographer? Do you bake beautiful cakes? Are you talented in design? Are you someone who's super crafty? Do you have a degree that you're not using? Are you a people person? Are you able to strike up conversations with anyone? What are you passionate about? Answering those questions is paramount to knowing the type of business that you will start for yourself. There's other questions that you need to ask yourself. Can I run this business from my home? Or do I need to secure a facility outside of my home? Do I need permits or licenses? Is there city or state ordinances I need to follow? What kind of capital do I have to invest? Am I able to secure funding from another source? Once you've assessed those answers, you'll be in a position to become an entrepreneur. One of the easiest ways to start your own business is through multi-level marketing. This business structure, also known as network marketing or direct sales. These business models rely on direct sales to customers through retail sales, home parties, and online sales. You're considered an independent contractor or consultant, and you're responsible for paying your own taxes on any funds that you earn. What kind of businesses are considered multi-level marketing or MLMs? These would be businesses like Tupperware, Mary Kay, Pampered Chef, LuLaRoe, Avon, Party Light, Gold Canyon, 31, and even Young Living. Those are just some of the 1,500 different MLMs that are working in America today. By buying into these types of businesses is a fairly safe financial move for most people. Many of the businesses require a small investment, and in return you receive a kit. It'll usually give you everything that you need to get started in that business. It'll have some sample products, it's going to have your literature, order forms, catalogs, whatever you need. The initial investment for these types of companies varies drastically. It can be as low as $99. It can be as high as $9,000. So it does vary quite drastically. Your average commissions will run anywhere from 25% to 60%, depending on what company you choose to go with. You can oftentimes increase your commission by signing up other consultants underneath you and receiving what's called a paid at level. This level is the commission that you receive off of the people below you as they recruit more and as they sell more. With most MLMs, your commission percent on your recruits does increase based on how many you recruit and how many they recruit. I started with my first MLM when I was 18 years old. It was almost 20 years ago. What a disaster. It was a train wreck. I didn't have the life experience, maturity, or client base to handle the responsibility. I also didn't believe in the product that I was selling, so I wasn't very motivated to sell, and I wasn't very convincing when I attempted to sell. Jump ahead to 2005. My best friend was having a great deal of success with a new MLM that was out on the market, and I wanted a little piece of her success too. So with a $1,000 investment, I now had my own distributorship. I had a great deal of success with a candle company. My husband and I did street fairs, trade shows most every weekend. We also carried stock at our home for the drive-by customers. We did this all while we both worked full-time jobs and had 2 kids. Sound like a lot of work? It was. But it was also a lot of fun too. It was a great opportunity for us to spend time as a family. And growing up in family businesses, I really appreciated getting to instill that in my children. It was a wonderful 4 years. We made enough money to be able to travel and to not have to pinch pennies as young parents. Sadly, my husband was involved in a motorcycle accident that left him paralyzed. That brought our lives to a screeching halt. I made the decision to let our business go. Almost 3 years after his accident, he passed away. That brings me to the next major milestone in my life. We jump forward to 2014. I'm now engaged to a wonderful man, and I have 3 little girls who have very big ideas about what type of wedding mommy and daddy should have. I was sitting in my mom's living room at a 31 party thinking what I was going to get for free out of the catalog because I was going to use that for hostess credit. And I loved what I heard. A very eloquently speaking consultant was up there, and I loved what I heard from her. She told me her journey with 31. She also let me know that if I signed up by the end of the month and qualified within my first 30 days, 31 would pay me back for my kid. I went home that night and talked to hubby to be and decided to take the plunge. I signed up with 31 gifts because after all, what was there to lose? $99? Now I bet most of you are wondering what it is that she said to me that night that made 31 so appealing. Well, first, it was out of financial need. Andy and I wanted to get married, and we wanted the wedding of our dreams, and we wanted to not hit our household budget hard or to expect our parents to pay for it. So when she asked me what I could do with an extra $250 to $500 a month, my wheels really started turning. I quickly realized that an extra $3,000 to $6,000 a year that leading up to my wedding could buy a lot of Jordan almonds. The second thing that I heard was that 31 celebrates, encourages, and rewards women. Let's be really honest. In this day and age, women are not always nice to each other. I think it's because we're afraid that if we help someone else succeed, somehow we will not succeed. That's just not true. I feel that we need to be building each other up at every opportunity. That's what 31 does. I received so much encouragement from not only the company, but from my upline and my leaders who recruited me. They recognize me for every success that I have, whether it be a $200 party or a $2,000 month. Aside from the monthly specials that they offer, top-selling products at deep discounts, they also offer incentives on a regular basis. For me, that equals free products. If you look at my sales table, you will see not a single product there that I've paid full price for. I've either purchased it at a 70% discount or more, or I earned it for free from the company for reaching sales incentives that they have set for me. The third thing that drew me to 31 was the products. Remember before when I said, what are you passionate about? I was already passionate about 31. I had been a loyal customer for years, and I was signing up. What did I have to lose? The worst thing that could absolutely happen is that I had no parties and I sold no product, and yet I still got $400 worth of product at 75% off. I'm a girl that likes a sale. That equals money to me. It's now been 4 years, and I wouldn't trade a minute with 31. It's allowed me to pay for my wedding, to travel with my family, pay for little emergencies without having to dip into our savings. One of the coolest things that 31 has allowed me to do is to be generous to families in our community. How many of you in here have an extra $1,000 laying around that you could just give away to someone else? I know I certainly don't. Well, 31 fundraising program, I was able to do just that. When a little girl that went to school with my kids was suffering from a brain tumor, I was able to organize a fundraiser for her family and hand them a check for just under $1,000. There were no words to describe how awesome that feeling was. Now, being an entrepreneur does not mean doing it yourself. It's not that you are a single person. I have an amazing support system, not only from my company, but from my family that allows me to chase my dreams. I have a husband that is a walking billboard for 31. He loves and uses the products every day and is proud to tell people where he got them from. He also stays home with the kids while I do parties and street fairs and festivals. I have 3 kiddos who have all had their turn earning extra money for labeling catalogs or helping to sort and bag orders. I have a mama who always supports me in whatever I have done. Sometimes it's babysitting, sometimes it's delivering orders, sometimes it's helping me out at an event like today. Running a home-based business of any kind is a family affair. While I think 31 offers the best opportunity out there, you can find success with whatever you are passionate about. Set a criteria for yourself. How much money do you want to make each month? And what do you need to do in order to make that much money from that company? Figure out how much you're willing to risk financially. Can you invest $99? Can you invest $90,000? Research any company that you're interested in working with. Find out how they're rated by the Direct Sellers Association of America. Are they a top-rated company? Are there horror stories about them? Don't believe everything you read on the internet, but definitely take it in as good information. What is the level of commitment that you need to have to be successful with the company? Are there sales minimums that you have to reach on every so many months or every so many days in order to stay active? How much time do you have to devote to this business? Is it so that you can get products at a reduced price, or are you looking to start a full-time career with them? What is your goal for the business? Is it to be more social? Is it to pay off a specific expense with your commission checks?